Okay, so ma'am, just tell me, why am I here?
Well, we saw an ad and we were looking to save some money.
Okay, all right. Well, historically, solar rates were here. 10 years ago, utility rates were here, and the gap was so big it just didn't make sense to do it. Here we are, 10 years later. They're neck and neck. Either you're paying $10, $15 more, $10, $15 less. But people are jumping ship because they're afraid about what's going to happen 10 years from now. So if you guys decide to go solar, the process is super simple. First step is the hardest step, and that's just to see if you guys are even financially qualified. Hell, everybody wants it, but everybody can't get it. So if you guys do qualify, then we'll sign two quick documents. I'll be out of your hair. The second step is the site surveyor is going to come out and make sure that the house is qualified. So he's going to check the meter and the attic and do all the stuff that he does. The third step is the permitting phase. So that's where you won't hear from us for about 6 to 8 weeks. That's where we have to let the city and state know that you decided to put a whole power plant on your roof. And then we're going to do the install. That's going to be only a day or two. The final step is the utility company is going to come out and install your net meter. Now, are you familiar with what a net meter is?
No, not at all.
Okay. So your current meter, it runs in one direction, right? So when electricity stops, it stops. With the net meter, it never stops. It runs in both directions, both forwards and backwards, because it debits and credits. So those times when you're producing energy, you get credits. Those times when you're using energy, you just get debits. Does that make sense how that works?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's say the first question that people always ask me is, how many panels do I need? We partner with the National Weather Service. We look at 40 years worth of specific weather data. We look at the pitch of your roof. We look at 12 months worth of usage. We look at how tall your trees are and the shading. We look at your exact zip code. We take all of these things into account so that we know exactly how many panels you need to offset a certain amount of electricity so that you never pay a bill again. That's the goal. So the only thing that we're doing here today is simply taking away the electricity bill and replacing it with solar. That's it. Does that make sense how that works?
Yes.
Okay. So let's fast forward. Let's say you have panels on your roof. It's a sunny month. You produce, I don't know, 1,000 kilowatts of energy. You don't actually use 1,000 kilowatts of energy. You probably only use 700. So what happens to the other 300? Well, the utility company takes those that 300 and they disperse it to your neighbors. So you begin to partner with the electricity company to provide electricity to the neighborhood. So what does that do for you? Well, now you got 300 kilowatts in your bank. Next month, same thing's gonna happen. You produce 1,000, you use 700. Now you have 300 kilowatts in your bank. Well, this is gonna happen 600 kilowatts in your bank. Now this is gonna happen month after month after month until it's winter outside and you're just not producing as much energy. Here's what the magic happens. Now you get to pull back from all those credits that you saved up all year. You don't have to ask for it. It's free. It's automatic. So now instead of getting an actual bill from the utility company, now you just get a credit statement telling you how many credits that you've earned for the whole year. Does that make sense how that works?
Yeah, it does actually.
Cool. So that's great for you. It's terrible for the utility company. So why would they partner with us to help you get solar panels? Well, it's because they're mandated to do so. The state mandates that they actually have a certain amount of renewable energy customers, otherwise they get fined. So what they've begun to do is to change the net ratio. What is the net ratio? That's everything that you put into the system, you actually are able to retrieve it at some point. You're able to take it back. That's fair. It's a 1-to-1 ratio. Well, they've changed it to every 4 kilowatts that you put in, you only get 1 back. That's a ripoff. We've seen this in states like California, Hawaii, Arizona, Utah. So it all went to the courts. This is what the courts decided. They decided 2 things. One, they decided that the electricity company and the utilities actually own the meter, so they can control how much electricity goes backwards and forwards on the meter. But what they also decided was that any customer that signs up is grandfathered in and that rate cannot change on the net ratio. Here's the good news. Minnesota, Wisconsin, they're still at a 1-to-1 ratio. So that's why everybody's still jumping ship. But that's pretty much it, man. It's just really black and white, not a whole lot to it. Did you have any other questions before I get into price?
No, I think you pretty much covered everything.
Okay, all right. Let me show you the price here. One more thing I did forget to tell you about the panels. So the panels that we use are triple black monocrystalline panels. That's all fancy words for they're nice as hell. Hey, so you know how like you're driving and you see those panels in the solar fields and they kind of got like a bluish tint? Well, those are commercial grade panels. So they pay a technician to come out there and service them every few months. We use a very high grade residential panel that doesn't require servicing. You're not getting on your roof. I damn sure ain't getting on your roof. So we use a panel that just doesn't require that type of maintenance. They are meant to last about 40 to 50 years and they come with a 25-year warranty. So it's literally the last time you'll ever invest into your energy like that. But did you have any other questions other than price at all?
No.
Okay. See about this, pull up this price. So I'm gonna pull this up. I'm trying to think, is there anything else that I missed? Oh, you know what? The credits. Everybody asks about the credits. So you know you're getting a lot of huge credits today. You're getting 3 different credits. So the first one is going to be from the federal government. They're actually footing 26% of the bill. That's huge. So let's say, just for example, let's say it's going to cost $100,000, which it doesn't, but let's just say it did. That's $26,000 in the form of a tax credit. Now I see that glisten in your eyes. This is not money to go to Disney World. We're not going to go get granite countertops and hardwood floors. Do the responsible thing with the solar guy I told you to do. Take that money, apply it to the cost of the solar. The second credit that you're maybe qualified for today is, if I'm in Wisconsin, a state credit. I don't know what that is until we look into the proposal, and we'll find that out here in the next few seconds. If I'm in Minnesota, the second thing that you qualify for is a utility credit. I don't know what that is. We'll find out what it is when we look in the proposal in a couple seconds. The third credit that you're going to get is from Solcius. It's from us. So you remember that ad that you clicked on, right? So that ad gave you a first time visit bonus. So I'm about to give you a price. Anytime that I give you a price, on top of that price is $8,000 to $10,000 in installation. Today, because you clicked on that ad, dude, it's 0. I'm about to give you a price, and anytime I give you a price, it's 3 to 5% down that you have to pay right now. Today, $0 down because you clicked on that ad. So literally, there is no money out of your pocket. You don't pay me not 1 penny at all. The only thing we're doing today is literally taking away the electric bill and just replacing it with solar. So did you have any other questions before I get into this price?
No.
Okay, cool. Well, let me show you the price.